The Post is Steven Spielberg's newest prestige film, and mainly starring Meryl Streep and Tom Hanks, along with a bunch of other excellent people. And it's a good movie, but I wish it could have been slightly more to it.
Okay, people are concerned about having a woman in charge of the paper, that she doesn't have the resolve to make the tough choices.
Thank you, Arthur, for your frankness.
Let's do our jobs. Find those pages.
You're talking about exposing years of government secrets.
Is that legal?
What is it you think we do here for a living, kid?
So this takes place during the Vietnam War, and when you have Tricky Dick as president, and things come out about the war, and the Pentagon Papers, and the newspapers try to go after it, and then they try to prevent them from reporting on the news, and it's a big deal, and that's kind of like, I think this movie is really kind of rushed and made because he wanted to kind of as a response to the Trump era that we're in now, and how a lot of times we're seeing similar things and how to trying to suppress the free press. And the film focuses on the Washington Post side of the story, where they're kind of like in behind like the New York Post, but when they get an indictment so that they can't they can't talk about what the story anymore, they have the chance that they can break it instead. And Meryl Streep plays like the owner of the paper, and I think her scene is some of the best in the movie because it's really interesting because she's a powerful woman, but she's still a woman, and all the other men that they don't want to have her as the leader of the paper, and like the paper is about to go public, and like it's a big moment in time for them, and they're all kind of like around her. They don't like trust her leadership, and there's a lot of interesting things with that. And the actual news reporting stuff, I mean, it's good, but I couldn't help but think that Spotlight did it better, and that is just it is what it is. But I mean, I know it's not maybe unfair to compare the two movies, but like when they're both prestige films about the press releasing a big story, you can't help but make comparisons. There were some great tense moments when the people were all trying to decide whether they should publish and possibly go to jail, or whether they should just not publish. And there's some great stuff again with Meryl Streep, is like she's friends with all these Washington people that are like involved in the story. And there's a lot of cool moments. It's just, I didn't love, I wanted some more big moments, some more tense moments, some more like interesting things about when they're trying to find out like what's going on. And it almost hit the mark for me. It just didn't quite get it for me. I don't know. I didn't love the movie, but I did really like it. All of the acting is great, and it was really funny to see Bob Odenkirk and David Cross like together again, but in a dramatic movie instead of like a sketch comedy show. And everyone did well, and it filmed well, but it was kind of edited oddly. Like there are some really weird edits in this movie, especially in the conversations, where it seems like it kind of broke some of the rules. Like it would almost be like they'd have a wide shot, and they'd be moving around, and then they like come into close on one of the faces and be like in a different position, and it was just kind of jarring. It almost felt like they had to reshoot it or something. They went back in and got a different angle, and it just, when they edit it together, it doesn't feel smooth. It doesn't feel right. And there are also some moments when, like towards the end, like Meryl Streep is like delivering this like whispered conversation to her daughter, played by Alison Brie. And I mean, it's a nice conversation, but then there's this like incredibly loud, dramatic, swelling music, and it's like, can you shut that music off? I'm trying to listen to this conversation, and it's just weird. And I give it like an 8 out of 10. I mean, it's good but not great. Like, I mean, it's definitely a movie to watch. Like, if you don't know about some of it, you know more about like how the papers work and this how why free press is important, and free speech, and why especially in this Trump era you should fight and try to support your local newspapers. And they did well. Then the Washington Post is still around doing cool things with the Trump era and releasing great articles. And it's fine. It's a prestige film directed by Spielberg and starring Meryl Streep and Tom Hanks. What more do you want than that? But thanks for watching, and check out the replay on my head or the guys from me over here. Thanks.